Welcome back everybody to my channel, Self Love and Cute. Today I will be beginning my series called Crochet Basics. If you're new to crochet or looking to start, these videos are going to be perfect for you. I will be teaching you things all the way from understanding the different abbreviations to how to make each of the stitches. Let's get started. One of the first things you're going to need to know are some crochet abbreviations. Below is a chart for both UK terms and US terms. If you're looking to convert from UK to US or vice versa, all abbreviations are in order to do so. For example, a double crochet in UK terms is equal to a single crochet in US terms. You can pause the screen at any time and get familiar with all the abbreviations. To start off, I'm going to show you guys how to slip stitch, hold your yarn and hook, and make a chain. I will be using Big Twist Value yarn in the color Soft Purple. If you're unsure of what hook size to use, make sure to check the back. This says an 8 to 5 millimeter hook. You can always go bigger or smaller depending on your personal preference. For today's video, I will be using a 5 millimeter hook. I'm going to start off by showing you guys two different ways to make a slip stitch. The first way is by laying it flat on your table. We're going to take our yarn and make a little hook. Then we're going to grab the right side and place it over the top of the left, creating a little loop. Grab the loop and fold it over the front. You should have a line in the middle. You're going to go ahead and grab this and pull it through. This is the easiest way to make a slip stitch if you're new to crochet. If you want to undo this loop, simply pull both ends of the yarn until it comes undone. The second way will be on our hands. We're going to wrap the yarn around our fingers, twist around the back until we come towards the front, and then we're going to take the long end of the yarn and pull it through that loop. Again, if you want to undo this, simply pull both ends of the yarn until it comes undone. Now that we have our slip stitch, I'm going to show you how to hold your hook. There are two main ways you can hold it, like a knife or like a pencil. You'll eventually figure out what's more comfortable for you. Personally, I like to hold my hook like a knife. I feel like I have a bit more control this way. We're going to place our loop over our hook and tighten the yarn around it. Make sure it's not too tight so you can still move your yarn up and down the hook with ease. Now, how to hold our yarn. You're going to lay your palm flat and place the yarn across it. Hold the rest with your 3 fingers and wrap the yarn around the back of your index. I personally like to use my middle finger and my thumb to hold the yarn tail. This way it helps keep everything in place while I work. We're going to keep that nice and tight so that our stitches don't come out extremely loose. Again, lay your palm flat, place the yarn across it, hold it down with your 3 fingers, wrap around the back side of your index, and using your middle finger and thumb, hold the yarn tail. The next step we're going to do is making our chains. Make sure your hook is facing up. You can tell by where the little notch is. We're going to wrap around the back of our yarn and start pulling down. As we get closer to the stitch, we're going to turn it inwards so that our stitch can easily slip through the hole. Again, we're going to wrap around the back of our yarn, pull down with a hook facing up towards us. As we get closer, turn it inwards and pull through. This is how you make your chains. Now, if you're not holding your yarn with your fingers at the bottom, you're going to have no tension. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Without holding your yarn for the tension, your stitches are going to come out super messy and you're not going to be able to get your hook through as easily. So again, make sure you're holding your yarn with your fingers, to keep a nice tension, I'm going to go ahead and make a few chains to show you guys what it's supposed to look like. You should have these nice little V's. Each V is one chain. If you ever lose count, go back and count your V's. Now that we know how to do a chain, we're going to learn how to turn our work. We're going to skip that very first stitch and insert our hook into the second one. We're going to locate our V and insert our hook into the top of the V. You should now have 2 loops on your hook. I use my index finger to hold the yarn down so it doesn't twist around to the side. We're going to go ahead and yarn over and pull through only 1 loop. We're going to yarn over again, and now we're going to be pulling through both loops. This is a single crochet. Again, to find the next stitch, we're going to look for the V. We're going to insert our hook into the very top of that V. You should have 2 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through the first loop only. Again, make sure you're turning your hook inwards so that it slips through easily. We're going to yarn over and pull through both loops, making another single crochet. I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys one more time. We're going to find the next V, which is our next stitch. We're going to insert our hook into the top of that stitch, creating 2 loops on our hook. Again, I use my index finger to hold the yarn down. We're going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop only, turning my hook so it slips through easier, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through both. This is what they should look like. We have a little V in the front, which is 1 stitch, and then if you look over on the top, you can see our little loops. Let me move my hook out of your way. So again, we can see these little loops, which is 1 stitch. I'm going to go ahead and finish to the end. Now we have our last stitch right before where we made our slip stitch. Same as the others, we're going to insert our hook into the top of the V, pull through 1 loop, and pull through both. That is your second row. To turn your work, we're going to chain 1 and flip our work towards the left. This chain 1 helps us turn the work so that we don't end up making a trapezoid. Our piece will come out in a perfect rectangle. Now, 1 stitch is this V shape on top. You're going to want to insert your hook through both of those. From the side view, we can see a little hole, a little gap. We're going to go ahead and insert our hook through that little gap. This will count as 1 loop. That V is 1 loop. So just like before, we're going to yarn over and pull through the first loop only, yarn over and pull through both. That is another single crochet. Again, we're going to look for that little gap. You can stretch your work sometimes to help see it. We're going to insert our hook. That V should count as 1 loop. We're going to yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, and pull through the second loop, creating our single crochets. One last time, we're going to stretch our work a little, find that gap, insert your hook. The V should count as 1 stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both loops. We're going to continue this until the end. Now sometimes that last stitch is a little bit tricky to see and a lot of people miss it. But if you look from the top view, you should be able to see that V. And same as what we were doing is we're going to find that little gap and we're going to insert our hook through both of those stitches. Again, insert our hook, make sure we have the V. This will count as one loop. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. To repeat, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. We will be doing the same thing as what we did in row 2. Now once you have the length you're desired, you can go ahead, cut your yarn, make sure you leave a little tail, and you're just going to pull your hook up, pulling that yarn through. That is how you will end your work. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next video, I will be going over how to make the different kinds of stitches. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.